Darren?
No, I've given it already.
Ah, okay. Welcome one and all to what is this? In
In
ShawScope.
ShawScope.
That's the one. There we go.
Da, 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 dum, 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 dum. Da, 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 da.
Sobriety. Don't do it, kids.
Not even once.
Not even. This is sober Darren for the first time ever
Coming at
on this
you
podcast.
in 3D.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like 3.
So anyway, after we've pumped Darren full of some Riddling, we shall be moving on to the selection. And this is a bit of a special show. In so much as, well, this was supposed to be our Christmas special, wasn't it? But it's a bit late.
Yeah.
Sorry
about that.
Yeah, as a little Christmas treat, we decided, because normally we go chronologically, more or less, with, you know, every now and again, thematically, we'll jump out the chronology. But we thought for Christmas, or, you know, February, we will give ourselves a little Christmas treat, and we can each choose a film from the Shaw catalogue that we hadn't seen before, and we really, really, really wanted to see, like chomping at the bit to see, so that, yeah, you know, Christmas and all that, isn't it?
Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we each chose one. Now we'll do this chronologically. So Nick, what was your 60s choice?
My choice was ASIA-POL Secret Service 1966 or ASIA-POL 1967.
Right. And now, yes, well, we'll get into it, but I'm just establishing. And then, of course, Darren, who, let's be honest, hands down winner of chose the the top oddity of the show, I think. What did you choose, Mr. Darabach?
I chose the glorious The Snake Prince from 1976.
Right. And for my part, we didn't plan to do it this way, but I went for 80s. And I went for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, because that is, of course, my favorite song of all time.
Yes.
How it's a banger, to be fair.
What you are. Answer being a fucking star. The clue's in the name. But anyway, right, we shall kick off with Nick's choice, ASIA-POL. Now, there's two versions of this, isn't there, Nick? Tell us all about this. What's going on here?
Well, so first of all, the reason I chose this is because it's, well, there's two reasons. It's a co-production, which is something I'm always a fan of. It's a co-production between two studios that I like. Shaw Brothers, obviously, for this show, but Nikatsu Studios as well. And this is Nikatsu before they move into just pretty much doing bondage porn. So this is when they're still doing borderless action films and the rest of it.
I was going to pull you up there, Nick.
Yep,
They didn't just do bondage porn. They did every sort of conceivable sex film you can imagine under the sun.
Fair enough.
BDSM was only one part of it.
Yes, yes. And
only one string to their flail, Clive.
And it stars. Well, actually, it depends on which version you watch. This is one of the things. So that they shot the film, and this is fast. I'd love to know a bit more about this because they must have shot the film. And did they just have both actors like on set? Was Jimmy Wang Yu there, and then they were like, "Okay, great, we got that," and then he leaves.
They must have because everyone else is in place. The supporting actors, the sets, everything is the same, right?
Yeah,
it's like they're blocked exactly the same, aren't they? There's no different in the scene setup, is there?
No.
Yeah.
Shot for shot.
So I mean, so the Shaw Brothers version, and so which one is released when? Clive, you'll know this better than I do. It was the Nikatsu one first, 66, and then the Shaw in 67.
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Both directed by the same director, Matsuo Akinori, and then Yeah, our star is either Nitani Hideaki or Jimmy Wang Yu, depending on which version you watch. So if you watch the Nikatsu version, the lead actor, the lead spy is actually not an actor who I really knew much of, I have to say. Um,
No,
Hideaki
no.
Nitani.
Nitani Hideaki wasn't.
He's not bad. He's not bad. He's a bit of a brute, isn't he? He's a bit of a bruiser. Quite like his kind of swagger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he makes more sense to me actually than Jimmy Wang Yu does, in
To be
this role.
honest, between the two of them, they both don't really. Wang Yu's too kind of young and wet behind the ears looking, and the other fella's a bit past his prime, isn't he? Like between the
Yeah.
two of them, maybe, maybe.
Well, neither of them is in his prime, Sean Connery. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
But
we're all right because we have Rika Ahsoka
yes.
in both versions, for
Yes.
which we should be greatly thankful.
Yes.
Who we watched recently as well, Nick, in Safari 5000, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was funny. I watched those at the same time, like literally, like I was watching like chunks of one and then going to the other one. It was quite weird to see her in both.
Yeah, no, she's yeah, wow, the stunning.
Yeah, she's like she plays Miss Moneypenny with a real edge in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the Miss Moneypenny of the more recent Daniel Craig films, isn't it?
Yes.
Where she kind of gets stuck into the action somewhat.
Yeah. Which is pretty good for 66, actually. I mean, obviously it's an Asian film, not a Western film, but they're obviously emulating Bond, right?
Yeah.
And it's a nice little additional flavor to add, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's not much we should say before we get into the details of. I mean, the plots are exactly the same. I mean, there's not much to choose between them really, other than who the leading man is. And it's kind of interesting to see. I was watching them side by side as well. It is kind of interesting to see how each performer decides to do their scene. Like occasionally they veer in different directions. Like one decides to be a bit more subdued, and then the other one decides to ham it up a little bit. And it's kind of interesting to see, the choices. I'm guessing it's just a language thing. There's clearly more chemistry between Nitani and Ahsoka than Wang Yu.
Yes,
and Ahsoka, yeah. But yeah. So, what's the plot then?
I have no idea, Clive.
I can tell you what the plot is.
Oh, go on then.
Yeah, please do.
There's a nefarious baddie who's got it in for Japan. And he's gonna get his vengeance on Japan by flooding it with gold and tanking the economy.
Right.
And that's how he's gonna get his own back on the wrongs that Japan has done him.
Which is kind of similar to the flooding the market plot of, I can't remember if it's in the film, but that's the plot of Live and Let Die, the novel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But the Live and Let Die novel is very, very, very different from the film. Because of course the film, which is probably the best non-Sean Connery Bond, I think.
I don't know. Golden Gun is
I like Live and Let Die because it's the blaxploitation Bond film.
Yeah, I love Live and Let Die. Yaphet Kotto and
yeah.
And what's her face is in it as well, isn't she? The landlady. What's her name? Oh, fucking hell. Hong Kong actress. Yeah, Hong Kong actress. She was in.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Anyway,
whoever that is. Yeah, I can Google while you guys are talking. I did say that Shishido Joe, who has long been a favorite Japanese actor of mine, and he's really the reason I wanted to see this. He plays Georgie Eaton who is our villain.
He's very good.
Yeah, he always is.
Very good at this. Yeah.
And yeah, because he never half-asses. He's always giving, and he's clearly relishing, the chance to chew the scenery. And I think his performance suffers a little bit in the Chinese dub, because I think he's when we can actually hear his real voice, he's able to give it a bit more oomph, maybe.
The action, we should say, well, goes from Japan, Hong Kong, and Macau, right?
Yes.
And it's kind of an unusual, it's a slightly unusual plot in a way, like the whole thing about the mistaken identities and stuff like that. That was kind of a bit different from your usual spy fare, right? Also in there is one of the henchmen is well, there's two. There's Eiji Go. He's the kind of brooding, scary, simian-looking dude. That guy. He's always welcome. And the guy with the beard is Akiji Kobayashi, who is he's in a whole bunch of Ultraman series. He's like part of the Ultraman franchise. Other than that, there's a few Shaw faces. You got Wang She, Fang Yin, but not as many as you might expect.
No, there's not a lot of.
Who is Shishido Joe's Maul who gets killed partway through the film?
Don't know. I haven't written that down. So
okay, never mind.
Yeah, she's brilliant as well. I loved her.
Yeah.
Was it Keiko Yumi? Maybe she's in it. I know.
Don't know. Anyway, she was cute, and she makes a strong pass at Jimmy Wang Yu.
Yeah, she's got the tattoo on her thigh, isn't she? I seem to remember.
Yes,
which was very good. Good use of thigh tattoo.
Thank you, Darren.
Yeah.
Glad you could. That's not for the listener. That's not for the viewers at home. That's our private, closed circuit feed that Darren was looking at that on. Akinori Matsuo also directed The Lady Professional for Shaw. Which I suppose we'll be getting to at some point.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean,
go on.
No, go on.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, it's fairly typical spy fare.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's remarkable spy fare.
No.
There's a few gadgets in there. There's a bit of roughhousing. There's some nice scenes in. There's some nice, the gold bullion on the ship scene with the grenades, quite good.
Yep.
The helicopter at the start is good. There's some poison dart business. There's some gadgets.
Yeah. It's not great, but something me and Nick have discussed before. One of the subgenres we found it kind of a bit tricky to get into especially when you're in terms of like Eurotrash fandom, is the whole Euro spy Bond copy thing, because I think we both have and probably you as well, Darren, have an interest in it, but it seems pretty slim pickings for so many of them are actually quite boring for whatever reason. So in comparison, ASIA-POL's actually, I mean, you wouldn't count it as Euro spy, but if you were to put it in that larger category of
it'd be one of the better
Bond, it's not bad.
The thing.
Yeah,
and it's also the curse of the co-production, I think, as well, is that as much as I fucking love a co-production, you're often left wanting a little bit more from the co-production.
Less to the sum of their part. I felt
enough, though, that's kind of part of the charm, isn't it? Because they keep pulling you back because you're like, oh, that's got to be better than I remember.
Yeah.
But it feels to be that Shishido Joe and Jimmy Wang Yu should be a sure bet, but it's not quite what I hoped it would be.
He's not. Well, Wang Yu's not become proper Wang Yu yet.
Yes,
evident. Although it's after Tiger Boy as well. It's close to Tiger Boy, but it's after Tiger Boy, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, at least he's not crying the whole film like he was in the.
Yeah,
By the way, a grapevine chat has it that the potential release of Tiger Boy might be on the back burner again for a while. It's not quite working out, but it is still, extant and
yeah, it does definitely exist.
yeah.
We can wait. It's all right.
Yeah. Well, I'm led to believe it's not exactly going to set the world on fire. It's more of a curiosity than anything. But yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be. You can imagine it'll be in one of the Shaw box sets, one of those big box sets.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know.
Everyone's going to have to fucking buy them.
I don't know if it's to do with rights or elements. So I don't know. I don't know details. Just I know it does. You can see it. That's and I suppose if you maybe go to Hong Kong and go to a archive and make a appointment, you can see it if anyone's heading to Hong Kong anytime soon on holiday.
With mobile phone, high quality camera.
No, you have to do the Nick's friend who recorded all those Frederick Wiseman style. You have to go in with two VCRs under your coat.
Yeah, Tito, and he did that all over the US, various libraries and stuff. And I don't know how he ever managed to get it fucking away with it, but he would go in with two VCRs and two briefcases.
He must have looked like he was meant to have them.
I guess so. Well, yeah, just walk in with confidence. But I will say, my favorite bit of this is, my favorite scene in almost any James Bond film is the train punch up in what are the earlier ones? Which one is
Russia
the one
with Love?
Yeah, the train. There's something really raw about and really real about that fight. It doesn't seem stagey and there's a fight near the end of this, and both versions are good, but actually I almost prefer Wang Yu, where Wang Yu and Shishido Joe are just punching the fucking shit out of each other in a hallway quite near the end. And I thought it was really well done. It was well choreographed. Shishido Joe, as he often does, is giving it his all. Like he's really the way he does in Gate of Flesh, like he's just fucking full on, hair's all crazy. Just I don't know. I thought it was a solid piece of action.
There's a really good scene in some ruins near the end as well.
Yes.
Where there's like a mini shootout that turns into a punch up. That's pretty good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should also mention, just because I realized we know this, but it's one of those things, little nuggets of information that some people unfamiliar might not know. And it's actually quite an amusing thing if you've never heard of it. So Shishido Joe is famous for, being a handsome, young, up and coming kind of star. And I I don't know how he got this idea. And like, of all the things you would think to do, somehow he got it into his head. I'm fed up of being a pretty boy. So I want to change my image so I can play bad guys in heels and stuff. So I'm going to get my cheeks injected with some kind of silicone or something.
Yep.
So I have this weird kind of
hamster
look.
Angry hamster, yeah.
And it did work. He does look distinctive, and he didn't just get pretty boy roles. But what a weird notion to get in your head, like, of all the ways to change your appearance.
I have questions about this because Jen and I were watching the last Mission Impossible film just like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, holy shit, does Tom Cruise ever look like Shishido Joe now? And I don't know
really?
If that's because he has been having some sort of weird fillers put in his cheeks or something like that, but there's all these scenes in that film where he just looks like Shishido Joe.
He is looking plastic now, is Tom Cruise, I have noticed.
Yeah, but his cheeks are fucking huge. Anyway, so yeah, worth checking out. Maybe he took notes.
If you want to confirm or deny, Tom, I know you're a reviewer. Let us know.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, so not as good as what we're about to talk about, sadly. Not bad.
Nothing's as good as the Snake Prince.
But
you can tell
this is the fucking 8X of cinema
of his selection.
So I have to ask, Darren, how did you hear about Snake? How was this on your radar?
Well, it did come out. It's part of a box set that came out recently. But that's not really where I heard of it. I just looked down the list, quite honestly, because I couldn't really think of a Shaw's one I hadn't seen that I really wanted to see. And then I thought, oh, where have I heard that name before? Where have I heard that title before? And yeah, I previously looked it up a few years ago. Noticed the T-Lung was in it. Noticed it was a bit, it was some sort of mythological snaky thing.
But did you expect it to look like this?
No.
Oh, okay. So it was a bit
not,
of a lucky
not
accident.
In the fucking slightest.
Yeah, because I'd heard of it, obviously, and like, but yeah, it was just another. Oh, it's another Shaw film that I'll get to at some. I had no reason to expect that it was quite the camp disco monster
adult music.
Crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, Darren, tell us a bit more about the
extravaganza,
cinematic extravaganza that is The Snake Prince.
It's fucking wonderful. So there's musical numbers,
right?
76.
Yeah.
There's disco funky musical numbers throughout.
Yes, lots of waka waka.
Regardless of what's up. Yeah, lots of funky music going on. Lots of dance moves, lots of dance song and dance numbers.
Can I just say, when you say funk music, though, funk music after it's been filtered through the white bread machine, it has to be said.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No. It's funky disco music is how I would have probably described that.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's and also it's clearly working on the back of like Hair.
Hair, Godspell, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Godspell, Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah, it's got that fucking flavour. Or rather, the musical numbers have got that flavour to it.
Yeah, it's closer. It's closer to the Gibb brothers than Funkadelic or something like that.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's disco rather than funk. Yeah.
When did the Apple come out?
Huh?
Oh, late after this. 1980.
Oh, was it after? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, very long story short.
Sorry.
Very long story short, there's a village that's got a drought. And they seem to be like the Meow tribe. Again, they seem to be very tribal kind of,
Is that the tribe of cats?
Village. It is the tribe of cats. Yes,
right.
Indeed. Yes. Which is probably why they don't like snakes.
Yeah.
Because apparently, if you've got a cat and you put a cucumber next to it, it thinks it's a snake and it'll attack it.
Yep.
Apparently, I haven't tried it, but
you've got a cat right there.
Yeah.
I have got. I haven't got a cucumber. I haven't got a cucumber.
You could paint your cock green.
You don't want a cat attacking that, I don't think.
It's longer than a cucumber. So it probably wouldn't fool, even if I did.
Your cock's not longer than a cucumber.
Well, one of those half ones you get. Oh no, I'm thinking of a pickle. That's what I'm thinking of. Gherkin, I'm thinking of.
Right. Yeah, no, that's more.
A cornichon. Anyway, right. So anyway, so there's a drought in this village, right? And all they can do is sing and dance about it. And it's
very well choreographed. And nicely choreographed.
Yeah, no, they're good.
And the girls are fucking hot.
Yeah. And also, and I hadn't expected him to be in as big a role as he's in. Also, it's really, really fun seeing Norman Choi Siu-Keun singing and dancing with the rest of them.
Yes.
Because I thought he'd be a face in the background, but he's not. He's actually a reasonably major character in this.
Parts of the endless boogieing around in this, actually, it reminded me of one of my all-time favourites, which I thoroughly enjoyed subjecting Ron to. It's a bit like Orgy of the Dead, but without the nudity. It's just endless kind of dancing around.
But there is nudity.
But there is, thank God.
Later on,
just not with dancing. Not with dance.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that, because that's fucking weird.
Yep.
I enjoyed it, but it's weird. But anyway, so drought in village. All the villagers are doing is singing and dancing and talking about how miserable they are. And they live adjacent to this mountain, which is full of snakes, right? And unbeknownst to them, the snake deities, I suppose they'd be, like mythological, powerful, ancient snakes, have decided to pay the village a visit to have a bit of a song and dance and a drink with it. So T Lung and Wong Yu, actually, yes, and Hong Sing, I believe, I'm familiar with him, are the three snake deities. And they hang around and chat up the women and have a bit of a dance and have a bit of a drink and are very benevolent types. So they kind of want to help the village. And the village kind of comes up with the idea of diverting the river on the mountain that belongs to the snake gods through the village to sort out their drought issue.
And the snake gods take three forms, right? So sometimes they're just like T Lung looking sexier than I've ever seen him in ridiculous whatever that
open-chested
hippie dippy.
Speaking of which, did Geraldine watch this with you, Darren?
No, she'd have loved it, but she had lots of coursework to do on that particular afternoon. But she did ask me what the fuck I was laughing at for an hour and a half because I was giggling throughout this film, and not in a nasty way. I was just really fucking enjoying myself.
So when they're first introduced to the villagers, they are in human form, three good-looking young dudes, right? But occasionally, also they appear as like with kind of snake skin stretched across their human faces.
Yeah, it looks like they've actually taken the skin of a snake,
a real snake,
glued it to their faces, doesn't it?
It's what happens when you don't have a wash after bukkake.
Thanks.
There you go. Let that be a warning to all of you.
Yes.
Yes.
And then sometimes they're just massive snake aperture puppet things made by some guy from Japan, right? Who did
which are fucking excellent.
Yeah,
they are
Kizo Murase, he's quite interesting. I looked him up. I sent you a link. I don't know how to chance.
Yes, I did read it. Yeah,
because he's quite unusual. Because he's like this sculptor modeler guy, but he wasn't. He did work for Subaraya and stuff, but he jumped around. He was at like Daiei and Toei as well, doing something. So because usually people were fairly loyal to one studio or another, right? So quite interesting to read that interview because he's done a bit of everything, that fella.
Independent contractor of the special effects world.
Right.
But they're good snakes. They're good snake puppets.
They are good snakes, actually. Yeah.
And they breathe fire.
I kept thinking of King Kong, the 70s King Kong, when I was looking at the snakes. They're not that similar, but I don't know why. Maybe it was the snakes plus the gore later on.
Same year, right? 76.
Exactly, yeah.
And what's good about that scene as well towards the end, when you do have the giant snakes and all, it's a cool scene anyway. But what I liked about it as well is it's very easy to get lost, but the choreography of it in terms of what's going on was very easy to understand. Like I could follow the battle.
Yeah.
Which, you know, when it's pulled off right, you don't notice it, but sometimes that stuff gets very muddled and confused, right? But because you've got these big, it just because those things are limited what you can do with them, right? But these things are going all over the place, and it's not, they don't look photorealistic, obviously, but they're visually they've got enough of an identity and a charisma, and you believe in
they're good monster movie snakes.
They're
good monster movie snakes. So they're not real, but they're still fucking cool snakes.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway, Darren, I interrupted you. So basically, T Lung takes a fancy to the young dancing girl, right? This is kind of really why he decided to help them. Yeah. who is very cute. In my opinion.
They're all pretty cute.
They all the sisters are pretty hot for sure.
Yeah. Although the Lin Chen-Chi is the only one that's not a complete bitch.
Yes. Yeah. There's a Cinderella aspect to the two other sisters who are full on mean girls.
So basically it becomes then an arranged marriage to save the village, doesn't it? Which everyone resents apart from the bride. Lin Chen-Chi and Ti Lung and what's his face? Ching Miao, the leader of the village.
Right.
So Lin Chen-Chi is quite happy to go along with this whole thing. And marry Ti Lung even after she finds out he's actually a snake. Because there's a sex scene.
She's very open-minded, this lady. Yes.
She's reptile.
Yeah, because there's a snake sex scene.
Yeah.
She's reptile curious. And that's unique. Almost unique, because we have. This is not the first snake sex scene we've seen on this fucking podcast, is it?
Well, no.
But usually it's the other way around, the gender switch, isn't it? It's normally snaky sisters as opposed to snaky bros.
Yeah. But anyway, and so she's totally cool with it, but the village youth, Choi Soo-keung and his gang aren't happy about it and are a bit jealous of the sexy snakes. And the sisters want in on the action because they've heard there's treasure. So the sisters try and go and disrupt the whole wedding, the whole marriage, the whole situation setup, and it fucking escalates into disaster.
So the snaky hippies have come into town with their chintzy jewelry and basically chatted up the local birds on the dodgems.
And then
the
big
locals
swinging snake dicks.
Yeah.
At the same time, they have also rescued the fucking town from drought, and I have never seen such a bunch of ungrateful fucking dickholes as this town is about the fact that they have been saved, and all they have to do is give up the one girl who was quite happy to go, and yet they make this huge deal out of it, constantly attack the snake folks, and by the end of the film, you're like, fuck this town, what a bunch of shitheads.
So I was watching this film and enjoying it immensely, but I think the secret sauce to this film, the reason it really, because it crosses over into high camp, right? Is I think for high camp to work, it has to have a certain hysterical edge to it, right? So I think it's when people are like stomping on snakes and snake eggs and stuff like that. That's when it really kind of ramps up. It's got that kind of more meaty-rest kind of thing.
And also Lin Chen-Chi lays a fucking egg.
She does.
Right.
Let's not forget that's a plot point, and it makes a lot of sense. In the universe of the film, of course she'd lay an egg.
Yeah,
right.
She was impregnated by a snake deity.
Yeah.
But I don't think any one of us was expecting her to lay an egg at that point.
No. And I wasn't expecting her children to get stomped to pieces. In front of her.
So one of the sisters.
I have to say Ti Lung as well. Like, I mean, I've seen many different faces of Ti Lung throughout his career, but Ti Lung is kind of adorably just like, pleased to be there, isn't he? Just like
he's just but he's just impervious to the fucking camp of the film, isn't he? He's just he's still rocking Ti Lung.
Yeah, it's
this film being.
You could imagine almost anyone else would be quite embarrassed to have been in this film, even though they shouldn't be. But this is how it goes. But Ti Lung just looks like pleased as punch, doesn't he?
Living his best life.
Yeah.
He boogies his way through the whole thing. And then he also, actually, Darren, you were going to say something about the sisters there before.
I was just going to do a bit of plot, but it was, so the two sisters attack this marriage in two different ways. Way one is seduction. I think it's Fan Lei just decides to seduce Tilung.
Yeah.
And one of the ways she seduces him is she just gets completely naked, goes in the little river, and sings a lovely song at him for about 3 minutes.
Yes, while holding like a wet lily or something in her hand. So just in case we missed.
Oh yeah. No symbolism there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
the Fan Lei comes out to play.
Yeah. But yeah, that was not unpleasant, but also made me think about how few times I have actually seen that in a film. A topless musical number played straight.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say
one outside of times
you'd seen a vagina there for a minute.
Although
Jelly won't let me,
Because you're a snake, that's why.
Well, that's it. That is it.
But Darren, have you seen the XXX Alice in Wonderland made in the 70s with Christine DeBelle?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, well, then you fucking need to get on top of that ASAP.
We should arrange a podcast and talk about it.
I think maybe we need to...
What a sexist leering man you are, Nick. You need to get on top of that, Christine DeBelle.
The film, you need to get the film. I mean, you could. I mean, I don't know where she is now, what she's doing. She's also in a Jackie Chan film.
She?
Yep, she's in the Big Brawl or whatever it was. His first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's post her being a porn star. So she was one of the few who made the transition to legit cinema.
I will get on that. Yes.
Yeah, it's got some great choreographed fucking song and dance with full hardcore penetration. While I'm
aware of it. I am aware of it. I just never got
to it.
Yeah. So anyway, so these evil sisters escalate matters quite dramatically.
Yes.
And it's fucking snake vengeance time.
Yes.
Whilst simultaneously Choi Soo-kyung and the gang are smoking them out of their mountain with sulfur for some reason. Yeah. And it just turns into this big fucking battle with giant snakes, some of which breathe fire.
Yep.
And bows and arrows and eyes fucking stabbed out and snakes hacked to bits, and it all ends in fucking tragedy.
Yes, it's good.
And it's wonderful.
Romeo and Juliet ending for sure.
Yeah.
And
I cannot recommend this film enough.
It's quite special, really.
Yes. It puts the special in special needs.
Yeah, no, I did not expect to enjoy this as much as I did, and it definitely was, hands down the pick of the litter. Darren, thank you.
Yeah, it was completely by accident. Total accident, but yes, I will take that. I have won this podcast.
Well, it made this Christmas special Christmassy.
Yes.
Very festive film, isn't it?
Yeah. So, anything else to be said about Snake? I mean, I agree with you. It is. It's got to be seen. Really. I'm wondering if there's. It did make me wonder: is there anything else comparable lurking in the Shaw catalogue?
Well, I'll tell you what I was thinking while I was watching it. And I was thinking Heaven and Hell, which is another interesting little curio, but not as good as this. It's not as fun as this.
And am I remembering correctly? Is that maybe more of a distributed by Shaw but made over in Taiwan rather than a Shaw production?
It's Chang Che, but it's got Fu Sheng in, but he did go out and work in that.
Yeah, I mean, those still more or less kind of count as kind of Shaw adjacent, right? But I think it might be from that production company, right? Rather than
it might have been. Yeah. Yes, actually. Well, don't know. Yeah, it's
because it's one of the early, like that, isn't it?
No. That's a misconception. is released it was released years after it was made.
Ah, okay.
And Chang-Che was so I think that Golden Bow, I think that winds up by about 75 anyway.
Right.
So, and Robert Tai choreographed it, which I think means it was back in Hong Kong.
Okay. I mean, we'll probably get. We've not talked about that at any point, have we? I don't think on here.
Never spoken about Heaven.
We should, because that's definitely worth talking about, and Nick would get a kick out of that, I think.
You get so it's also got musical numbers, except it's supernatural. It a lot of it happens in the underworld, and it's
a lot
got
of dry ice
in it,
from what I remember.
There's a lot of dry ice and very bad special effects. Yeah,
sounds good. Did Lin Chen-Chi do much else because she was new to me, and I'd like.
I didn't really know her too well.
In fact, any of the three sisters, I'd quite happily see more of. That might be a personal project. Yes.
Would you maybe kind of try and point in the direction of getting on top of one of them, like you did earlier?
Yes, I would.
Right. Okay. I quite like this new leery Nick. We've not seen before. This has been my role in the past, but Nick's decided to usurp my
and somehow you've made him Cockney as well. So your translation of leery Nick, instead of being Irish Canadian,
that's how he disassociates, right? Is he puts on the mantle of the Cockney.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you are essentially doing is you turned him into Albert Steptoe.
Ah, yeah, which my granddad bore a striking resemblance to Steptoe.
Well, there we go. There's no smoke without fire, Nick.
No.
As we were talking, I was actually just looking at Lin Chen-Chi because it didn't. Oh, she's a spiritual boxer apparently. Oh, I'm Battle Wizard.
Ah,
okay.
You're gonna like Battle Wizard, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh, Soul of the Sun. Yeah, she's in a lot of the T-Lung crazy shit, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No smoke without fire, or as Leary Nick would put it, hey, ain't no party without no miv.
Miv.
Yeah, no, that's not a big Cockney phrase, is it, miv? In fact, I don't know who says miv. Other than...
Oh, I've only ever heard you say it.
Did I invent miv?
I don't think you invented
Is that minge adjacent, or is that something else entirely, Clive?
Yeah, I think if it was Steptoe saying it, it would be flange, surely.
What's the one in the in-betweeners? Clunge.
Clunge, that's it. Yeah.
This is a classy fucking podcast, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So are we done with the one that is Snake Prince?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna gush and gush and gush, I think.
Okay. All right. So then we're on to the complete fucking train wreck, mindfuck, plotless.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
That's the one. Yes. Yeah.
How I wonder what the fuck this film is.
I did not like this fucking film.
Well,
one little bit.
See, I kind of weirdly did, and I don't know why.
I like the Star Wars bit. I like I didn't mind the Star Wars bit. That was it. That's the only bit I liked.
I like the Marilyn Monroe part. The Marilyn Monroe with all the cars flying through the air and crashing into each other.
We all like that. Yeah,
suddenly Hal Needham's directed this segment of the film all of a sudden. Yeah. No, I watched it. So yes, because I need to watch this again before I set anything down on paper, because I did watch this film in a kind of somewhat hungover state, and where everything was very close to the surface and sensitive. So I don't know if that made a difference, but I was actually quite receptive to this film. And weirdly,
Because your brain was injured. That would make sense.
Yeah, I
Your
also
brain was
got
injured, and
on.
naturally, the
I
film.
kind of got on with the comedy, which is rare for me for this kind of comedy. But I was watching it, and I was actually like, I don't know, I was on its wavelength.
Every now and again, there was the scene where they're in the house and the guy rolls open the door and there's the Vietnamese guys playing the
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes.
that was quite good. The
From-
roulette. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, somehow I
roulette, yeah.
genuinely felt like on its wavelength for a while. And I was definitely slightly monged, but I was on its wavelength and I was kind of like, I felt like Beavis and Butthead or something.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we need to be very careful bigging this film up too much. I think.
No, but I'm
Very
just saying this was
important.
my initial experience, and it was a while ago now. So I scrubbed through it last night just to remind myself what happened. And I was like, oh fuck, I hardly remember any of this.
Yes.
And I was just looking at it last night, and this morning I've totally forgotten what's happened again.
Yep.
Like a whole bunch of stuff happened, but I don't know, I just had like a brain.
But there's no plot. There's no through line. It's
No.
I mean, well,
It's
first of all,
sketches.
there's six writers, and I read somebody else's review where they said like it almost feels as though the six writers wrote independently of each other and then just pulled chunks and just kind of sutured them together into this fucking Frankenstein of a mess.
Basically it's a sort of, it's an alien abduction story which gets into whether Sherry Chung's character is a virgin or not for a long period of time. And then there's a couple of characters who are debt collectors and one of them kind of, I guess, the star of the film, right? James Lee Louis kind of becomes the hero, and yes, there's a way too long bit where he fights Darth Vader on a spaceship. And yes, no, it's kind of like it's I guess it's in the is it more Lao Tai, or is it the nonsense it's in that kind of the Stephen Chow tradition, but
one of the writers worked with him later on. Right. I think it's a woman actually she later went on to work with Stephen.
And it's Alex Chung directing, and it's in that. So it's interesting as well because Alex Chung would have done like Man on Brink and Cops and Robbers, these kind of gritty.
Yeah, well, he did Dangerous Two Faces as well, which is like
so this comes before that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's so that's kind of fascinating as well. Just placing it in in his canon, as it were.
He does a good job of aping the feel and look of Spielberg in the parts where that's what's intended, right? I think like it actually does look like a Spielberg movie in those chunks where he intends it to.
There's a kind of, so I've never particularly been attracted to Sherry Chung before, but there's something about her in this film, and you can feel it's a very important element of the film as well, that it's very on board with kind of leering at Sherry Chung's a very important part of this film, right?
Yes.
And I kind of get it because I don't know, there's something about her screen presence, her character. I kind of get it. I've never really got it before, but I kind of get it.
Does she normally play morons, Clive? Because that would be why you were attracted to her in this film.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Because she's basically got about 2 brain cells to rub together.
That is very much my type.
But then that's the whole rest of the cast, isn't it? I mean, everyone's behaving like a fucking idiot in the cast.
Yeah, I really like Tim Nam Tam. Tam Tin Nam.
Yeah, he looks like he's got acromegaly, doesn't he?
Fucking hell. He looks like he's come out of a Gege no Kitaro comic panel.
Well, he's the Richard Keel of this film, isn't he?
Very much.
Yeah,
But
he is very good looking.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. But I've got to say, I have to say, and I don't think I am in the minority, even though Clive has kind of said I am. But this film was a fucking hard work to watch. Considering everything that's going on, there's a fucking mad scientist, there's a fucking gorilla, there's fucking UFOs. Someone fights Darth Vader with laser fucking nunchucks. Cherry Chung does the fucking Marilyn Monroe bit.
Yep.
Right?
They try to kill themselves on train tracks at one point. Three of the characters all tie themselves to a train track.
Yeah. Yeah. Cherry Chung gets spanked with a chicken drumstick.
That was a good scene. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not gonna lie. That's, novel at least, but it's fucking hard work, and I was getting very frustrated with this film.
If only it was Colonel Sanders with a hard-on, that could have been even better, that scene. But no, the thing is, Darren, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that I need to come back to this film again entirely sober-minded for me to actually land on it. However, that's not to say that your reaction while either in your cups or recovering or something is illegitimate, because I could say, if you're hungover and in a bad way and looking for the cinematic equivalent of a nice bowl of soup or soothing ramen or something the next morning, you might want to try Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, because I found it massively comforting. In that hungover state where you can't really be doing with anything and you need something kind of on your mong level, and also
you need something disposable.
Yes, and also a little bit sexy so you can crawl into bed and have a wank just after. Like, it's got that hangover. It's a perfect. Tomorrow I'll be hungover. I might watch it again. I'm not meaning to be funny about it, because I'm just thinking this might be a category of film that maybe we should, like, the hangover film.
Ah, yes, Hair of the Dog. We should write the book.
Yeah, so I'm thinking this might, if this film works, it works in that capacity.
Right, and it certainly doesn't, because it doesn't demand that you follow a story, or
not at all,
because it's every 5 minutes something else completely ridiculous is happening.
And like I said, for that one time at least watching it, I was actually on its level and genuinely found it funny.
Yeah, there were moments. There was one part actually that made me laugh out loud. It's quite near the end where they're getting married in the church, and then suddenly a bunch of people burst in, and then she beats up a bunch of these guys, and then the priest, who is a white guy, suddenly goes, "Jesus!" I have no idea why that made me laugh.
Also, I would quite like to have a Shaw Brothers Man T-shirt.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which it reminded me as well. The other one I could have chosen in this, and the other kind of Shaw film that I'm keen to watch that looks kind of interesting is from around the same period, The Flying Mr. B. Right, that looks kind of.
Yeah.
That looks kind of interesting.
I think what's most strange is how much money must have actually been thrown at this.
It's a good-looking, slick
fucking mess.
Yeah.
Like, what a huge that's just that's the thing. Like, you would expect it to look chintzier and cheaper, but it doesn't. But then you're like, but you spent all the money on what's on screen, but nothing on the writing or the like.
Yeah.
You got
I don't even know
Joy Hark.
Yeah. But I don't even know the leads, like David Lodawai, and none of these people are familiar to me.
Well, I think the James E. Louis of it as well is important, right? Because because comedy doesn't necessarily travel that well. He's as big in the era as the stars of the action films and stuff, but we just don't know it.
Yeah.
Because
we just didn't. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. So. I'm trying to think what a good example would be. Like, for instance, maybe well, this is not a perfect analogy, but let's say, for example, yeah, the action heroes are well known around the world or whatever, but I'm not sure if you could open a Seth Rogen film in another country just on him alone, kind of thing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Sorry, I don't mean to tar James E. Liu with the Seth Rogen brush. That's awfully cruel of me. But
yes.
But do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
So and for me, it was a rare chance for me to approach this film like, I don't know, whatever reason. That morning or afternoon I watched it, it felt special to me in so much as, I'm getting this film. I don't think this will ever happen again. Like the portal opened for a couple of hours and then shut.
Yeah.
Darren's not convinced, I can tell.
I didn't like this at all.
But
I do not
Nick,
recommend
you actually seem to have kind of enjoyed it yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't get on with it as well as you did, I don't think. But
I don't think anybody ever in the history has got on with this film maybe as well as I did at one time.
But no, I wasn't actively grinding my teeth the whole time. I had around the same time I watched that fucking Dylan Dog Dead of Night film, and that was an actual painful slog.
Compared to that, this is a breeze. Yes. But I can kind of see, you mentioned grinding teeth. I can almost see Darren having to book time at the dentist after watching this. I can kind of.
Well, I think
I could hear him across the globe.
But the bits I enjoyed, right, were very enjoyable. I enjoyed, as Nick was saying, I enjoyed the production values, the close encounters. Riffs that they were doing were well observed, quite funny. That was good production values, all the rest of it. The Darth Vader stuff I found quite amusing, but you're right, it went on too long. But what I want to say is the stuff that I enjoyed anyway was very, very fleeting. I think I had about 2 minutes of fun out of an hour and a half's worth of film. And I can't say the same. I mean, Snake Prince is an animal all of its own. But comparing that to, say, ASIA-POL, right, which is fine, but, not really my favourite film, I had a lot more enjoyment watching that for the first time or the, third or fourth time that I've seen it this time.
I think
I'm not going to say it wasn't enjoyable in parts, but those parts were few for me.
I don't know why. I just feel I really want to articulate it. It's almost like I was radicalized or something. Like, no, seriously, it's kind of, I'm trying to think of it in that. It's a bit like let's say, for instance, if you'd arrived in a foreign country for the first time, and if we're talking cinematically, Hong Kong is not a new foreign country to me. I've been there many, many, many times before. But for whatever reason, it was if I'd been parachuted into a foreign country and I didn't quite understand the language, but I was being shown around by locals and like, oh, look at it, this is this person here, they're famous for this, or they're good for, or he's known for having a funny or whatever, and like being let and a kind of infectious kind of other people finding it funny, and I'm like laughing along, and I don't really know what I'm laughing at, like an idiot. I kind of enjoyed it. Like, it was just a weird experience. And I am quite curious if next time I put it out, I'm just going to be like, this is horrible, and closer to Darren's experience. But like I said, maybe it is time for us to write the big book of hangover movies, and this might be our first entry.
Yeah.
Just off, I mean, just kind of spitballing. Because I haven't got any thoughts. If what else would fit that? There anything else jump into your head as a good hangover film?
I've got the ideal. What's the film that we did a podcast on, which was made by the same bloke who did Hundra with similar cast? What was that film?
Oh, not Yellow Hair in the Fortress of Gold.
Yes.
Ah.
Now that's a hangover film.
But that was actually kind of quite interesting anyway, I thought. Like,
yeah.
No, I'm just
but would I go back and rewatch it? I'm not sure.
Right. No. Anything? I'm just saying, is there anything specifically that wouldn't work outside of?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I remember once watching that film, DC Cab.
Oh, yes.
That? Like,
I haven't seen it.
I think I've seen it maybe because it's Timothy Carey in it for like
Timothy Carey's at the very end.
Yes, yeah. So for when I was obsessed with him,
it's like a comedy about taxi drivers. Gary Busey's in it, and is it maybe even a Joel Schumacher film? Maybe I think. And it's not. There's nothing about it, but for some reason I remember seeing that really hangover, eating a bacon and egg sandwich, and having a wank at the same time, and it was just worked perfectly as like a sloppy post-drinking, like rolling in your own filth.
Yeah, that's just a shame cocktail.
Yeah.
That's like
so if that's
shame
your bag,
and regret in a glass.
Yeah, if that's your bag, maybe try Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because these kind of films are, I would wager, rare, to find the right film for this state of mind.
Yeah.
Darren,
I'm never fucking watching this again. No, I'm never watching this again, fucking sober or drunk, or in between. It's not happening.
Yeah,
I respect the vibe that the groove you got in, and I'm not going to criticize it, but it's not for me.
Nick, any thoughts on a potential hangover film?
I just wonder if some really cheap Mexican trash might also potentially fit the bill. Like something really threadbare and kind of weird.
Intrepidos Punks, maybe?
Yeah, yes. Yeah. That kind of, where you got the requisite nudity and everything's kind of amped up and silly.
Of course, Sexos Drogas Valencia.
That too.
Intrepidos Punks. Anyway, we are straying.
Yes.
That's it, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I'm done. Thoroughly enjoyable time.
Merry Christmas.
Next time we do this, we just put Darren in charge of choosing all three films.
No, that won't be any fun. That won't be any fun. You can't have all gold. You've got to have a bit of dross in the mix.
I think it only remains for Tiny Tim to enter stage left. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I like
Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
God bless everyone.
That's it. Merry Christmas.